Oh, thanks. Hi, everybody. So I am going to start with the breakfast maker. And I don't know how many of you, most of us are familiar with the breakfast maker, but it's how great it is to use for more than breakfast. I mean, you can do cinnamon rolls in here, you can do cookies in here, you can do cakes in here, you can do breakfast in here, you can do, there's a great recipe for, yeah, I forgot the name of it, some kind of chicken. So don't think this is just for breakfast. If you haven't looked at the little recipe book for this, there's some amazing recipes. So you can do, so if it's just you for lunch, you can do a main dish in here. You can do side dishes in here. You can do desserts in here. You can do breakfast in here. You can do cinnamon rolls in here, banana bread in here. I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with this little container, and it's very inexpensive. So, and it does come with egg inserts, so you can do poached eggs as well, but we're not going to use those tonight. And what I'm going to do is a lemon garlic parmesan asparagus. So if you cook dinner and you have a leftover piece of chicken or a leftover piece of pork chop or meatloaf or whatever you cooked the night before, and you're like, oh, I'm going to eat that for lunch, but what am I going to eat with it? There's some great sides. I do zucchini in here with Parmesan on it. I don't know what about Parmesan and vegetables is amazing. So simple. You're just going to take some asparagus, and all you're going to do, I already chopped them, but you're going to chop this end off because this end is usually dry because it's been sitting and sometimes a little more tough. So you can see I chop the end off because they're a little bit bigger. So I know from experience that the bigger end of it can tend to be a little bit tough. So I cut them up. I just wanted to show you what I cut off. And so it says 6 to 8. So I have six only because these are bigger. Oh, I guess I need to cut it a little shorter. They're longer than my container. I didn't measure it. So we're just going to cut a tiny bit more off so it'll fit in the container. And then you're just going to lay these in here. And I already measured 2 tablespoons of water. I'm going to pour that in there as well. Then I'm going to put the lid on here. And if you don't know about our breakfast maker, everything that we have for the microwave has stay cool handles. So if you grab this by the handles when you pull it out, it is not going to be so hot. How many of you have in the past, before you did Tupperware, pulled out a container and almost dropped it because the bottom of it gets so hot? So it's got little steam holes. So we're going to put the cover right on there. We're going to put it in there, and it said 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm gonna put this on for 5 minutes because they're a little bit bigger. And so actually I might even put it on for 5.5 just because my asparagus is so big. And then I'll come back, and while that's cooking, I'll share something else with you. Okay. That's going to be in there, and then I'm going to show you a fun little thing you can do with your grandchildren if you have young children, or they're just fun. And it is called bunny tails. So it's a quick little treat. So all you're going to do is you're going to melt some chocolate, um, and little tips. I mean, we share this all the time, so make sure that you check it after a minute. I already melted it because I did a couple ahead of time so that when I'm done demonstrating how to do it, you can see the done product. So you're gonna, and one of our containers, and this is your, oh, good grief.
Micro
Why is it
picture.
that, say it again?
Micro picture.
Thank you. Because you know how it is when you go to say something, it goes right out of your mind. I always say, oh, wait a second, my brain went left. It'll be right back. So thank you, Bonnie. So your micro pitcher, and this is great for melting chocolate, for melting butter. If you have a little bit you want to reheat or heat up, I use this all the time. So I melted the white chocolate, And that's just simple. Whatever brand I had to run up, I did not realize I was out of white chocolate. I always try to keep it on hand. And my little grocery store had the Candy Quick. So whether you get it like this or it's in the clear plastic from Food Lion or Walmart or whatever, or if you want to buy the Ghirardelli, whatever your favorite is. And then I just did 4 bricks and melted them in there. And then the next thing you're going to want to do, and all I do is I happen to have some cake pop sticks. I mean, you could use a toothpick, whatever you have on hand, and some large marshmallows. Put in the comments who loves marshmallows. They're so good for you. And then all I'm going to do, and I like to just fluff these a little bit into a round because sometimes from being in the bag, they're smashed a little bit. And then you're just going to take and you're going to push this in here. So the 3 ingredients are marshmallows, some kind of white chocolate, and coconut. Who doesn't like coconut? I know there's some people out there that don't. I'm so sorry. I love coconut. You're just going to take that. I just stuck that down in there after I fluffed it a little bit. I'm just going to turn that around until my whole marshmallow is covered. And with this, unlike cake pops, you don't want to do this with cake pops because your cake will fall off. But I just tap to get that excess chocolate off of there. So there's not too much chocolate on it. You want it just coated, but you know, you don't need it extra thick. So I just do that to get it off. And then you're just going to put that down in there. And then I even take and make sure that it's completely coated with your chocolate. I mean, with your coconut. Then you're going to take your silicone mat. And then I just take it and pull it off, put it down there. And then you just keep doing that. I'll do one more. And again, because you can see from being in the thing that they get kind of flat on one side. So that's why I fluff them up, because a bunny's tail is round. So I just fluff them up. If you're doing them for somebody else, I mean, you can put on gloves so you're not, you know, doing that. But I'm going to eat these, so it's okay. And I washed my hands beforehand. So again, you're just going to make sure it's completely covered. Give it a little tap. I know my granddaughter's coming over next weekend, so she'll have fun making these. She'll think that's the greatest. And I'll probably get out some pink sprinkles because her favorite color is pink. So we'll probably make some pink bunny tails. Because, you know, she watches all these cartoons and they have all different kinds of bunnies and kitties and all of that. So she'll think that is cool to make pink bunny tails. So we'll throw some pink sprinkles in there. And then there it is again. And look, I threw some in the freezer so they would harden up. Don't those look like cute little bunny tails? Look at that. How fun is that? Bunny tails. So that's a simple, quick, and easy, fun thing to do. And delicious. All right, that's going off, but it needs to set for 1 to 2 minutes. So I'm going to show you the next thing we're going to do when after that sits is we're going to add some garlic, some butter, and some Parmesan cheese. So I have to be honest with you, when this garlic press came out, no, hang in there with me. I did not like it. Okay, how many of you know one of the reasons we come on Rally is to learn the ins and outs of things? Until Shauna came on and did a demo on how to use it, I was like, oh, no wonder I didn't like it. I wasn't using it right, because I was just putting it, you know. But anyway, so you lift this little piece up here, and there's actually a picture of the garlic right here. and you take your garlic piece and you put it in that little spot right there. Okay. Set it right in there. Then you bring this little metal thing down and you give it a little push, and you can actually push it with that. There's a little thing on there. That's what that little thing right here, that little is to push it down so it cracks that garlic so it's easier to peel. Any of you ever fight with garlic to try to get the peeling off of it? Look how easy that came off when you put it in the spot it's supposed to be in to crack it open. Then you just put your garlic piece in there and then just really easily just push that out. So after I learned how to use it, laugh out loud, then I love this. And the other thing I love about it is I had a different one that just had the little well in it. And that was so hard to clean. And with ours, you just pull this right out and then you can just clean that right off, easy peasy. So absolutely love that I'm not digging down in it trying to get all the garlic off. I'm just going to take my mini spatula and I'm just going to scrape that right off, wash it off, and put it back where it belongs. So love that. So that's that. The other thing we're going to need is and we just need a quarter teaspoon of garlic. So actually I already melted the, oh look, that's exactly a quarter teaspoon. I just put it in there. That's perfect. So I already melted the butter. Oh, it's hardened a little bit, but I figured you're just going to toss it on there. So I wanted to make sure. So it's partially melted because I melted it earlier. So that'll be fine because the asparagus will be hot. So I'm just mixing my garlic in with the butter. And then we need 1 to 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Put in the comments, are you doing 1 or 2 tablespoons? You know what Gail is doing because she doesn't think there can be too much cheese. So we are definitely doing 2 tablespoons. So, oh, that's what I wanted to show you is, I know it's not available right now, but if this bad boy comes back out again, you're going to want to get one. This is our little mini grater. And I just pop that off to show you how easy it is to clean because this little guy just pops right in there. And that's the part that moves back and forth. When you're not using it, you want to make sure these little things on the edge are this way because it locks it over the blades so you can't get caught on it. Then you just pop that right off and you turn it the other way and it moves freely. So I'm going to put my fresh Parmesan cheese right down in there. And then I'm going to put them this way so they don't catch. And then you can put it right over top of a container. So let me see if you can see that. Excuse my fingers. And I'm just going to lay it over top of this. And and it's got the little feet there, so it holds it on the bowl or whatever container you're using. So I'm just going to put it over top of my little container with the butter. And we're just going to, oops, that's definitely 2 tablespoons, if not more, but that's okay because I love cheese. So see how easily I just grated that? Actually, it looks like exactly 2 tablespoons. So how easily that grated, right? And that thing beeped at me, so let me grab it. Okay. Let's open that up. I probably did it a little too long, but that's okay. Yeah, it's a little soft. So next time I won't do it the 5.5 minutes, but if you could smell it, smells wonderful. And then we're just going to take the butter and Parmesan cheese and we're just going to put it over top of that hot stuff there. And I'm going to give it a little splash around there. Yeah, see it already melting. Oh, now it smells absolutely wonderful. Garlic and Parmesan cheese. Oh, that smells so good. And then it says a splash of lemon. So I have our lemon lime prep. And I'm just going to give, can you see me there still? All right, I'm just going to give it a light squeeze because it'll give me a lot of lemon. So we're just going to put a little teeny splash of lemon. And we're going to give it another little toss. Oh, gosh, that smells so good. Oh, and all of our cheese. And then look at that.
That looks amazing, Gail.
It smells even more amazing. I'm telling you, we need to invent smell-o-vision.
Scratch and sniff. We're like,
So
everybody's
the great
scratching
thing
their
about this is
lenses.
you can figure out what's your best consistency. That'll be fine, but next time I'll do it a little bit less. I just figured with the big ones, it would take a little longer, but you forget how strong your microwaves are.
That is wonderful. And what I love about that, Gail, is that little breakfast maker. They should have never called it that. Okay. Because you're right. Everybody's like, oh, breakfast, but it's so much more. But it's so nice for small families or if you're eating alone or something and you don't want to get out the big cookware or turn on the oven or whatever. It just works so perfectly for so many things, especially
And
steaming.
And that's why it's so great for dorm rooms. I mean, it makes the perfect graduation gift for somebody you know is going off to college because, I mean, you can do so much in here. I mean, you could even do oatmeal in here and, all of that, cinnamon rolls and all that stuff. So, I mean, if you feel like a chocolate chip cookie, you can put that in there and do it too. So, I mean, it's amazing. I always give those, the pasta maker and the rice maker as gifts to my friends' kids that are going off to college.
Yeah,
So.
very, very nice. Thank you.